Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Zoom session on the use of Harcourts marketing material that is available on H1 and that we can use in our personal promotion, our marketing, our advertising, our communication with our database, our contacts, our community, all in the process of building relationships, putting our brand out there, and building top-of-mind awareness. So thank you very much for joining me this morning, and I hope that in the next 45 minutes to an hour, you'll be taking quite a lot of information that we have available on H1 and develop the skills and the know-how. But first of all, I imagine the awareness of what is available there, but then to implement that in your business. So enjoy. I'm going to take myself off the screen and you'll be able to watch the screen on H1 as we go along. So I'm going to be spending time now, as we know, on H1. And as we know, this is the dashboard. You're all familiar with the dashboard. And some of you are very experienced Harcourts campaigners, and you have worked on the dashboard and you've worked with the resources that are available on H1 quite a lot. And some of you are very new to Harcourts, so you might not have any understanding of what is available. You want to access the products and services module that you'll find on your dashboard. So find where your products and services is on your dashboard and look in marketing. So we click on marketing and we go to products under marketing. So on this page, there is a lot available that you want to look through in your own time and familiarize yourself with all these wonderful, wonderful resources that have been put together by Christelle and the graphic designers and the rest of the corporate team over time to equip you with information and resources to use on the front line where you guys function on a daily basis. Like I said, there is so much information. We don't have enough time today to go through all of this. You would need to spend some time on this page and just go into the different departments and familiarize yourself with the content that is available. But before we continue, I want to again alert you to the fact that part of our corporate identity, part of the Harcourts corporate identity is our font, the font that we use in our marketing material, what we put out there. We can all associate fonts with different brands. If we think of, if I can use a few brands, Woolworths, we know that that W is associated to Woolworths. If we think of Mercedes-Benz, we think of the font. If we think of Checkers or Pick n Pay, we think of the different fonts that they use. If we think of Steers, they have a specific font. So think of your favorite brands and you can immediately associate a font to that brand. So when you see the font, you think of the brand immediately, and that is absolutely what we want to achieve with Harcourts. So we expect of every Harcourts team member, when you put information out onto social media, into your database, just out there into the communities, we expect of our Harcourts team members to adhere to the corporate identity, and that includes the font. So the font that we use is what it's called Source Sans Pro. And if you scroll down on this page, you will find fonts. There's a section here called fonts. And if I click on the fonts, you will see these 12 Source Sans Pro fonts, or actually different versions of Source Sans Pro. But the two that are important to install on your device, on your PC or your laptop, would be this Source Sans Pro Regular and the Source Sans Pro Lite. And it's very straightforward, very simple to install these on your PC. All you do is you click on the Source Sans Pro Regular font and you click on OK. And in the top left-hand corner, you will see Print and Install. You want to click on Install. It says that the Source Sans Pro font is already installed. Do you want to replace it? No, I don't want to replace it. So I can just stop that. But this will install the Source Sans Pro font on your device that you use. So that is very important. If you have the Source Sans Pro Regular, you'll be able to bold that. And if you have the Source Sans Pro Lite, you'll be able to bold it or use italic. So those are the two important ones that you want to install on your device. The trouble is, if you don't have these fonts installed, then the moment that you open up any of the PowerPoint templates that we're going to be looking at today, the layout of the font sizes, the whole look and feel and the design of the of the artwork will be distorted, because if your device does not have the Source Sans Pro font installed on it, then it will open up the PowerPoint template, but it will divert automatically to one of the other fonts that are installed on your device. That could be Arial, it could be Calibri, whatever, whichever of the fonts it diverts to on your device. And again, that is not ideal. That's not what we want. So we ask of you to make sure that your device has Source Sans Pro installed before you open up any of the templates. Right. So having said that, I would like to now take the time to run you through quite a few of these, call it different segments that we have here on this page under the marketing products page, and we can go into them and see what we can find. In your own time, you can look at the 10 pillars. This is a JPEG image, so have a look at that. That is really fantastic. And elsewhere on this page, you will actually be able to find these 10 pillars as part of a document that you can also edit. So that is really fantastic. You can have a look at the Harcourts Academy, but under here, there is nothing that we want to personalize today, but have a look at that. As far as recruitment goes, you as agents wouldn't be using this recruitment material, but you can take note of that. Then we come to Harcourts marketing tools. So here we start to look at different marketing resources that I would like to spend some time on. Have a look at these, but as far as seasonal templates go, I would like to click on that. So I click on that, and when we scroll down to the bottom of the page, before we go there, you will see that there are quite a lot of JPEG images here that you can find. But as we scroll towards the bottom of the page, as you can see, sure, as we go along, there is so much here to use for you. Each of these are a hyperlink that you can click on, open up, and save as a JPEG image on your computer. But now, as we come towards the bottom, we start to see some of these documents are actually PowerPoint templates. And as you know, a PowerPoint template is an editable document, and they were all designed by the graphic design department, the marketing department, to be for you to use in your, again, in your journey of brand exposure, building your profile, and creating top of mind awareness. So what I have done is I've actually just opened up a few of these already in the background. So first of all, I would like to show you what this CX review static Facebook post template looks like. So this is a template that has these 4 slides on it. And you will see that these 4 slides are different. This one has a blue background. This one has a white background. It allows you to enter text in here. So in this text box, it says, insert your client review, quote here, up to 7 lines, etc., and allows for your name and allows for your town name. My apologies. It allows for the client's name here and the town name and the review date that you can enter there. So you'll be able to populate this slide with that information. If you prefer a white background, then you can go that route. There's also a template here that has a few stars in the background. Sorry, I should say a slide that has a few stars. You can delete this text box that goes over those stars, and there you have the stars in the background. You can also remove the stars if you don't want the stars. So see how this works? What I have done is if you don't have a 5-star rating, let's say you have a 4-star rating, then I click on those 5 stars. I select the star block and I hit the delete button. That will remove half a star. If I want to remove another half a star, I highlight that and I delete again, and that will bring me to 4 stars out of 5. Now I imagine if you are a 4-star, that's great, but you're not 5-star. So you might not want to include that at all, and we can just remove those, the stars completely, or you won't be using that slide then. You'll be using one of the others. But if you are a 5-star agent, then absolutely by all means, use the 5 stars and capitalize on the fact that you have been rated 5 stars by your clients. So guys, you can see, you get the idea of how you use these different slides. And I will, in a moment, well, actually, we can probably do it here. I want to just copy text quickly from another review. So let's say you have a client review and you want to put something out on the internet, on social media, etc. I can copy this client review. If I go to that other template that we were just looking at, let's say I like the one with a white background, or actually no, let's just stay with the blue. I can now paste the text in here, or make it slightly smaller that it just fits into that little window. Maybe I should make it 14, and I'll have to adjust the amount of text here because it's not fitting into that little window. I'll have to see how I can adjust the text, and the client's name, John and Mary Jones, can go in there, and the town name can be Somerset West. Right. So let's say it is John and Mary Jones that you would like to share their client review on, and this is what your slide looks like, and I want to share this on social media. It's very straightforward to do this. What you do is you first want to save this PowerPoint now on your hard drive. So I can go to Save As, and you will find the folder on your device where you save all these documents and this artwork. So I'm just going to use my desktop for this presentation, and let's say I call this my client review from the Joneses. I enter Jones there, and I save it as a PowerPoint document. Right. I would like to just to say at this point that if you are not very comfortable with the use of PowerPoint, why not consider watching a tutorial that you will find on YouTube on PowerPoint, just to upskill yourself a little bit on the basic functionality of PowerPoint. PowerPoint is such a powerful program for you to use, such powerful software for you to use to design many different fabulous things in your business. But it is about upskilling yourself if you feel that you lack that knowledge, or that knowledge, and YouTube is most definitely a resource for you to consult. Right, so friends, once I have saved this now as a PowerPoint, I want to extract this one slide as a JPEG image. So what I would do is I will go to File again. I will click on Save As again. But now I want to, once I have selected the folder that I want to save that document in, I want to save it as a different file type. I want to save it as a JPEG image. So I go to File Type, I click on here, and I want to go to JPEG. Here it is. JPEG, file interchange format. So it's a .jpg file. I click on that, and I just click on Save. Now, Microsoft asked me, do I want to save only this? Do I want to save all the slides or just this one? Now, I actually only want to save that one slide. It's just the one slide that I'm interested in, which is this one. It's the first slide in the sequence of 4 slides. So I have that one slide saved there. What can I do with this now? I can share this on social media. I can share it as a JPEG image in WhatsApp. I can share it in a newsletter that I send out to my database. I can include it in many different communication formats. So let's see how we do that. If I open my internet browser and I go to Facebook, this is my Facebook timeline, and I'll be able to now include this in a post, in a Facebook post. So if I go to photo and video, and I'm in my desktop, and I go to the client review, you can see that I have the client review here, client review Jones, that's a JPEG image. So there I see this document sits, and I select that document. I double click on it, and Facebook will upload it. So it's going to show it to me in a moment. There I see it coming up in the background, and I can type a little message here, because it's always very important to include text in your Facebook post. This is an image that I'm sharing, but Facebook will give it even a higher engagement possibility with browsers. It will feed this onto more of your friends' timelines if you also include text here. So you can say, so fortunate to have been able to, and you continue with your message there. Then you can click on post. I will probably feed it to my news feed. That's where most of my friends will be able to pick it up, and I can post that. So that is just in a nutshell to show you how you take a JPEG image onto social media, but primarily how you extract a slide out of a sequence of a PowerPoint document into a JPEG image. Right, guys, so that is that PowerPoint presentation. That's that one. Let's close that. Now, another one that you'll be able to see here, if I just go to H1 and I'm back in this section here, remember we're looking in this section called seasonal templates. I've scrolled down to the bottom and I'm looking at these different PowerPoint templates. Another one that I would like to show you that is pretty cool is this one that says, it's the video, the CX review video Facebook post. How about having a little video on your social media, or having a little video in your WhatsApp communication that you have with your community or your homeowners or your landlords, whatever the case might be. And this is how we do it. I've already opened that PowerPoint template before the session, so here it is. The first slide in the sequence of 4 slides in this presentation is a slide that you cannot change. Another great Harcourts client experience, that is what it says. You cannot change this at all. But the second slide allows you to enter your own copy. So this is actually the way that it would show when you would open this PowerPoint template. But now you can paste your text in here, which I have done before the session. So there we have our text, and I can just reposition it on this screen. So there it goes. The thing that H1 says to you, it gives you actually an alert. It says here, have a look at this. Insert your client review quote here to a maximum of 7 lines, as that is the limit of what is readable within the set time frame of the finished video. So do consider that. Do consider only including 7 lines. Right, so if I were to just paste my text here again, it's a little bit more than 7 lines, but I'm going to leave it as it is just to show you what it looks like. And then I'm going to remove this slide. I actually don't need that slide. I'm going to delete that slide. So I want my CX review little video to consist of 3 slides. That's an opening slide. That would be a second slide. And the third one would be to include my photo and my name and my office name and my contact details. So let's go and let's do this. So first of all, I click on this little icon here to include my headshot, a picture of my headshot. So I do that. And I already have created a little folder. So you will find your photo on your device, obviously. So let's say we include Robin in there. We'll just need to, whoopsie daisy. We'll just need to reposition her. She's a little bit big in that photo. So if you do find that your photo is big, this is what you will do. I will right click on that photo. My apologies. We right click on the photo and we want to change the picture. So you click on change picture, and from there, no, sorry, my apologies. We go to format picture. What am I doing? Format picture. And under format picture, you will see that little menu opens up on the right-hand side of the screen. And there you want to go to the picture. So I click on picture and I click on crop. I want to go to crop and I want to resize this picture now. So what I want to do is, let's just play with this a little bit. No, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. I want to move it down slightly. But I also want to actually get the size a little bit smaller. So I think that's pretty much what Robin would look like. And if I'm happy with that, then I can insert the name. and we will include her number, whatever you want to put in there. So that would be then your final slide. Guys, it's just a matter of figuring out how the different functionality works, but revisit this video again, and remember it's right click on the photo, go to format picture, you will go to format picture, you will find that little function there, and you'll be able to make the picture corrections. And it's like anything in the world, the more you play with it, the better you will become, and the less time it will require of you to make these adjustments. How do I save that? I go to File, I go to Save As, because I need to save this obviously on my hard drive before I can share it with people. I'm just going to go to the desktop again, and I'm going to call it a video testimonial. A video testimonial, I save it as a PowerPoint first, because I want to save that as a PowerPoint. But now the important thing is I cannot share it as a PowerPoint document on, let's say, Instagram or Facebook, or I cannot share it as a PowerPoint in WhatsApp. I need to save it as a MP4 file, which is then a video file that the recipient or the person that views this can see it as a video. And this is how we do it. We go to File, I go to Save As. Again, I go and save it in my folder. But now I want to save it as a different file type, and I'm going to click there, Save As Type, and I go to MPEG 4 video. So it's a .mp4 file. I click on that, and I click on Save. Right. So in that way, this document now is saved also as an MP4 file on my desktop of my device. If I again want to share that onto social media, sorry, it says that this presentation is currently being exported to video, closing this presentation. No, I don't want to close that yet. So let's just wait for a few seconds for PowerPoint to export this to an MP4 file before we close that. So I'm going to come back to that one. I'm going to come back to that. Let me just minimize that for a moment. Then other presentations, let me rather say other PowerPoints, that documents that you can find on here are a few other ones. There is an email header template of Harcourts. Let's have a look at that. Let's see what that looks like. This template consists of many different slides again. As you can see, there are 13 slides in total, and you can look through them and see how you can use these different slides. Many of them are quite similar, but some of them are quite different. You will see that they have pretty much, they all have the same layout, the same size, but they have different wording and different things that you can include here. So this one talks about a wonderful holiday season. This one talks about, well, this allows for your own text to be inserted in here. So whatever you want to say in this design, you can type your text in there, and then you can drop your photo in there. You can see that I've already done one like so. And just to take you through the process again of how do you do that is the following. If this is the slide that I want to use, and I want to insert a photo into this slide, I will click on Pictures there, and I have the opportunity now to go into my folder on my device, on my computer, where I will find the photo that needs to go into that design. And let's say I just want to include this photo of this property, of this beautiful view. I simply double click on that photo, and it inserts that photo beautifully into this design right here. So the borders of these designs were designed in such a way that they will fit your photo into that design. You don't need to reposition the photo or make it smaller. It should be perfect just the way that you want it. Right. So this is now what I have here. And if this is a property that's new on the market, I can actually maybe just copy this little design here. If I highlight this list and I click on copy, and I come back to this slide here, I can paste that design on there. So I will click on paste, and it will paste this design on here. Now, if I want to reposition this maybe into the top corner, Oopsie daisy, this is going to be interesting now. Actually, just want to say, so I can say new release, but I would need to extend this a little bit more, but I'm also going to make it smaller. So I select that text and I'm going to make it slightly smaller. I want to say that it's maybe a font 24 size. I'm going to bring in the length of that text, and I'm also going to make the background blue box a little bit smaller. Okay, this is pretty interesting now. Okay, one will have to play with that just to get it right, because right now it is not looking 100% right. What I'll probably be doing, let me show you how you actually include a little blue block in the background. You go to Insert, you go to Shapes. So you go to Shapes and you'll find that little rectangle there. So I can click on that rectangle and I can draw my own rectangle, the size that I want. And to make it the cyan background, I go to Shape Fill and I go to Cyan, and I go to Shape Outline and Cyan again. So there I have a cyan background that I can use also in this design. If I want to bring that text onto that new block, I'll have to cut this text and paste it again, and it will allow me to actually bring that text over that little new cyan block, and I can bring all of this, excuse me, all of this onto this new design here, and I can just swivel it around a little bit until a point where I'm happy with the way that it looks. Yep, so maybe that is what we have there. Okay, so that is a new slide that I've just designed, and I will also adjust my text in these text boxes. As you can see, they're completely editable. Again, as I've showed you earlier, if you want to extract this slide as a JPEG image, you can simply go to Save As. And now I'm not going to save that whole JPEG presentation again. I just want to extract that one slide as a JPEG image. So if I go to Desktop, I can go to New Comic Key Release, and I save that now as the JPEG image. Where are we? There we are, JPEG image, and I click on Save. And I just want to save this one, so just this one, and in that fashion, I've just extracted that slide as a JPEG image. You guys happy with that? So let me close that PowerPoint presentation, and I'm going to go back to Facebook again. Guys, sorry that I'm just using Facebook all the time, but that is the platform that I use for most of my communication. And if I will go to photo again, I will use that new comic release. There is this, it's just going to upload in the background. There I have that JPEG image that will upload there. I will type a little message again and I will click on post. Now let me show you how you insert that video that we just had earlier. You remember we saved a PowerPoint presentation as a video. So we can go to photo/video and we will find that MP4 file there. So we will look for the MP4 file, and what did I call it? You will know better than I do. You'll remember. It's the video testimonial, right? So there I have the video testimonial. So if I double click on that, Facebook will just upload that video from my hard drive. It will take a few seconds. And again, remember to add your text in there. So in that way, your little video testimonial sits there. What I would also like to show you just very quickly is what that video looks like. So if I go to my hard drive and I find that video, I just want to find it quickly. Is this the one that I just did? What you did not hear in that was the sound, because my computer sound was turned off. Let me play it for you again. I'm just going to share that with you again. All right, happy with that, guys? That looks pretty nifty, I think. Very, very, very nice. That is how I share it on Facebook. If I want to share it on WhatsApp from my computer, I will have to have WhatsApp installed on my computer. I don't know how many of you have WhatsApp installed on your computers, but it's very, very handy to have it on your desktop, but it syncs with your WhatsApp, obviously, on your mobile phone. So your mobile device has to be in reach of your computer, and you will have to, it syncs the two. So if I go to WhatsApp, and I am just going to select any individual that I want to send this to. See, my phone is not in reach. Where do I have my phone? If I go to Cindy Sloan, right, friends, so we're onto Cindy's WhatsApp profile here on my desktop. And for me to attach any file that I want to send to her, that I want to share with her, I'm in her name, as you can see, and in the top right-hand corner, there's this little attach paperclip. So I click on that, and it gives me 4 options. I can attach photos and videos. I can attach anything that I want to take a picture of my camera on my device, documents, and also sharing a contact. In this case, I want to share a photo or a video, and I click on that. And now I can go and find that file that I just saved on my desktop. So I click on desktop, and I will go to the video testimonial again. So there it is, and I can type a little story that I want to type this for her. I can just say, "Hi, Cindy, busy with training, just sharing this little video." So there I have it, and I can click on send. So it's going to take a few seconds for this video to go through to Cindy, but that is so simple and straightforward to share a document on WhatsApp also. And as we know, WhatsApp is a very powerful communication resource that we have these days to stay in touch with our contacts. So we're just going to let that run in the background until that has sent. And if we want to see what the file size of that document is, it is, let's just see quickly. It's actually a 5 megabyte little file, so it does build up quite quickly to a quite sizable file. Guys, let's jump back onto H1. Let's jump back onto H1. So just want to see here quickly. Here I have H1, and we were looking at these different templates. We were actually looking at this listing and agent marketing post template, and we're happy with that. You remember that we have an opportunity to share many different templates, many different slides. So familiarize yourself with what is on here. There's also kind of a nifty one at the bottom here where you can include your face, and it says contact the agent everyone's talking about. So also do that. And there you have it. Oh, that's not that one of Tim and Karen are going to work nicely. But if I include Robin's face in there, then that's how it looks. Right. So that is that slide. I think enough said on that. Let's close that. If we look at this testimonials post template, that one that we have on the right here, let's see what that shows us. This is the presentation with the different slides that we can use also with for our client testimonials. What our clients are saying, and in here you can insert a photo. So So this one actually allows for a background photo. If you don't want to go the route of a background photo, if you rather want to have a photo on the side of a slide, then you can click on this little photo and you can bring in the photo that you would like to share of you and your client. And maybe you had a key handover, just a nice moment that you want to share, whatever that photo is that should go into that artwork that you want to share, you will include that there. And then your text will go in there. Oopsie daisy, so that is not what I wanted to do there. But anyway, you will include your text. And as always, as I've showed you a few times now, if you want to extract this slide as a JPEG image, you will simply go to File, you will go to Save As, you will save it in the folder where you want to save it on your device, and you will give it a name. You'll just say you will give it the name as you know you do, and then the file type is JPEG. You select JPEG and you click on Save. And once you've done that, that slide will sit, or actually that image will now sit on your desktop for you to use. Right, friends, so have a look at what is available here. There's another one, what our clients are saying. This one has a little bit of a different layout in white background and in blue background. So here again, you have quite a few beautiful artwork designs that you can use in communicating social proof to your contacts. We know that we live in a time of social proof. I might have said it earlier, but it's so important to communicate testimonials and what our clients are saying about our service. Let me close that one. I think we've touched on that. So as far as the documents go on this page, oh yeah, there's actually another one that I missed here. Statistics Marketing Post Template. If I click on that, what will open up is this presentation that I have here. Look how great this one is. There are again many different slides in here. So if I just scroll through them, if I make the screen slightly bigger, you will see that this slide allows for area figures in a certain period, and these little icons are fixed. I'm afraid the dollar icon is fixed, but maybe we can just change the dollar to rand here. And you have that little icon and the percentage icon. And there's another slide that looks like that. So in other words, there are slides also without icons. So you can just look through the different slides, what they offer, and if you want to start to personalize them, it's also very easy to do that. So all you do is if I go into this little slide, then I can see that I can change on that. I can change that number. I can change the wording at the bottom here. So if I just enlarge this slide slightly by zooming in, using this little zoom function in the bottom right-hand corner, I can see that I have offer, Harcourts, office name, figures, blah, blah, blah. I can actually enter anything into that in there that I want to. I can change the number here. So if I actually want to put in, let me just go one back. If I want to put in the rand number and I want to say it was 1,575,000 rand, that was the average sales price. And again, I can quote my source, because this is important where we have what the source was. Then I can average rental yield, average sale price now compared to 12 months ago. You can also have your numbers in there. That can also obviously be a down arrow. Down arrow, I can just swing it around and it becomes a down arrow. So maybe if the prices have dropped, that's also a reality. We're in lockdown, so we will most likely see price reductions. My friends, so again, you will be able to use these different slides and you'll be able to make them your own, see which ones you like, see which ones you can use now in the lockdown period to show your understanding of the marketplace. You are an area specialist, you know your marketplace, you are in a position to really put it out there onto social media, into your database, in all your communication with your contacts to show, I know what the market, I know the market, understand the market, and use this opportunity, not only now, obviously all the time, because we say that you've got to be showing value to your contacts, to your community all the time throughout for you to win the business. but now is a great time. We have the time to do these types of things. Right, so if I want to save this now again as a JPEG, I have shown you how to do that. Remember that to extract a slide out of a PowerPoint presentation, I can only extract one slide by saving it as a JPEG image. If I want to share a whole presentation with a person, I would be saving that document as a PDF document. So if I go, I will show you just now what I mean by that. We will come to a presentation where I'm going to save the entire document as a PDF document, and I can share it in PDF format. I have said it earlier, but I'm just going to repeat it again. I would never want to share a PowerPoint document, or let me rather say in PowerPoint format. The file type, I don't want to send a file type as a document as a PowerPoint document to a client. I either want to share it as a PDF or as a JPEG, one of those two. Right, but you get the idea. This is how I then access these different slides. Let me close that again. We've looked at that. So I think that is pretty much what I wanted to say in this little section under seasonal templates. Let's go one step back so that we come back to this page under marketing and products. If I continue to look further down, then I will be able to find many more sections where I can personalize templates. Have a look through all of these. You will see that under banners, other languages, there are birthday, house anniversary, many different banners that you can use in your email marketing, in just your regular messages to your database in Afrikaans, English, Xhosa, there's Zulu. Have a look at that. Brand guidelines, you can familiarize yourself with that, but for today's purpose, there's nothing there that we're going to be personalizing. Greeting cards, have a look at that thank you card. This is ideally for a handwritten note, not necessarily to personalize digitally, but have a look at that. Cell phone wallpaper, you can have a look at that. Client experience, also very, very handy. We've looked at quite a few client experience examples this morning. But if you click on this CX Facebook editable templates, you'll come across these two that we have looked at. Let me just see quickly again. Let's just go into them again. Let's make sure that we have looked at them. Oh no, we haven't looked at this one. So this one is obviously very flashy, very bright, very festive, and it says thank you so much, and it allows you to change your name, your office name, your contact details, and also your photo towards the bottom of the slide. To change the photo here, I would need to right-click on this photo and say change picture. So I go to change picture, I say from a file. So you obviously have your picture on your hard drive, on your device, and I will just include my picture there. So you'll take your picture. This is slightly too big, so I just want to crop that a little bit, make it slightly smaller, and just position it down a little bit. So if I'm happy with my picture there, I can put in the name. I did not get approval from Robin that I can use her face and her name, so please don't tell her, okay? And then you can change whatever you want there. But as you can see, nothing else on this slide can change. You can't change anything there. So this is really just to say thank you so much. Thanks to my clients for giving me a top rating for my service. I strive to deliver exceptional personal service and the best possible outcomes for every client I work with. Again, as you will do, you will go to Save As, and you will save it in your folder of choice as a JPEG image. And we've looked at that a few times now already. Right, so that is that slide. This one is different. Let's just look at this one very quickly. This one allows you, with a different design, to also just change the wording at the bottom of this slide. You will change your name and your contact details and your email address at the bottom there, and you will also change your picture exactly in the same way that I just showed you with the previous slide. But here, you obviously can change the name of the person. So this is often done by our office administrators to congratulate an agent in an office that has received a 9 or a 10 out of 10 star rating or an NPS score rating by their clients. Right. So this is the slide. I think it's from here. It's pretty much self-explanatory. You can't change the top picture, but you can change the text here. All right, guys. So that is that one. If I just scroll back again, we've looked now at the CX Facebook editable templates, but have a look at the rest. Commercial marketing for the commercial guys. You can have a look at that. The COVID-19 resources, these are all JPEG images, but all very, very handy in your communication at the moment with your database. So do use that. Digital marketing calendar, also very, very powerful. Towards the bottom here, digital marketing calendar 2020. If I click on that, you will see there are a lot of GIF and a lot of JPEG and MP4 files that are non-editable, but also great for you to use in your personal promotion. But also towards the bottom of this page, we have a few PowerPoint templates that we can edit. Some of these we've had a look at, and yeah, I think that we've actually had a look at all of them previously. So, but you can just open them again and make sure that you have your finger on the pulse there, that you've looked at everything. Digital toolbox, you can have a look at that. Then under event templates, none of these are editable. If I let's say go to happy birthday, you will see that I have these JPEG images, but for happy birthday and house anniversary artwork, I would suggest that you contact the graphic design department. Do include Christelle Willett in your communication with the graphic designers, but you might have a relationship already with Artie or with Penny or with Hamish or Miguel. Let me just run through the names again. So the graphic designers are Miguel, Hamish, Artie, and Penny, and you'll be able to find their contact details on the H1 library, sorry, on the H1 directory. If you enter their names, you might not know the spelling, but you can contact Christelle Willett, and she will be able to direct you to the graphic designers, because you might want to have your own personalized happy birthday or happy house anniversary artwork that you can share with that person that is celebrating a birthday, or those homeowners that have been that are celebrating their 5-year house anniversary today. So that is what you can do there in terms of event templates. But have a look at what is available here on this on H1. Facebook banners. If you look in here, you will see that all of these banners are in JPEG. But as always, if you have a specific or a personalized need, please contact the graphic designers for that. Have a look at the fact campaign. This is also pretty cool. Here we have quite a lot of images in JPEG around facts that have taken the 2017 and 2018 statistics, global statistics of Harcourts performance into account, and we've created beautiful artwork for you that you can use in your personal promotion and the promotion of your office. We've looked at the fonts earlier. Foundation marketing, you can have a look at that, guys. Then free photos, wonderful, a lot of free photos that you can use in your designs. Have a look at that. And we're going to skip the contracts for now. Property guides, very, very handy property guides that I would like to show you very quickly. We have what we call a buyer's guide and a seller's guide. Many of you are using these already, and some of you have not looked at this at all, but let me show you how you can personalize these, because as you can see, both of them are in PowerPoint. If I look at the Harcourts buyer's guide, you will notice that actually I already have that open, so let me just go to that quickly. No, I actually didn't open that earlier, so we're just waiting for that to open. It's just going to take a second. This is a document that is called your complete property buying guide, and as you can see, it's a 10-page PowerPoint document, and this is an example of a document that you can share with individuals as a PDF document. But this document needs some personalization. You want to put your personal stamp on here. And where can we do that? You can, on the front page, include your name, your contact details, your office details. So if I zoom in into this document, you'll see that I can personalize this text in the bottom. So again, in that little window, I can actually add, let's say I add this low Harcourts South Africa 0823258938 Kobus.low@harcourtsa.co.za and the web address. So I can position my personalized name, office name, contact details in the bottom left of the screen. How did I do that? I clicked on that text box, and now with my mouse, I can just move it around on this document. So I position it exactly in the place where I want it. And you will also notice that PowerPoint allows you, as you can see, there are red dotted lines at the bottom of this page. It shows me that my text is in line with the Harcourts logo on the right here. So that's, you also always want to get your lining straight. Okay, guys, so that is how I personalize the front page. And as I scroll towards the bottom of this document, on page 10, the last page of this document, there's a big blank page. This is a great place where you can personalize this document even further by including your personal profile. And where can you find your personal profile? I'm sure that you have your personal profile in your pre-list document that you present to your homeowners, maybe in your listing presentation document. So just go and take that personal profile and paste it in here. And how would I do that? I am just going to show you an example. Here I have an example of an agent's pre-list document. So this is Kenny. What is Kenny's surname? Kenny Monshaw. And this is what his pre-list document presentation looks like. But this is his personal profile. So if I want to extract this information from here, I can, with my mouse, highlight all of that there, and I will click on copy. And now I can paste this information that I've copied from this page, I can paste onto that other document. So if I look at the Harcourts Buyer's Guide, this is the document that I was just showing you. I can now click the paste button right there, or I can click on Control V. It will actually paste this information into this page. But now I have to resize it and work with this. So I will click on the photo and I will just drag it a little bit smaller, and I will reposition that photo towards the top of this page. I might even remove that line there. So I have Kenny's photo at the top, and I can move the rest of this text also up. Let me just see here. I highlight that text, and I'm just going to use the up arrow button, and I'm going to pull it into position. So if that is now what it says, then I'm quite happy, because I have your agent Kenny Monshaw. I have a little bit of a write-up, and here I have a disclosure text that you do not want to remove from this document, guys. I really suggest that you keep that disclosure there. It will protect you. And then it finish off by saying your complete property buying guide. So these are just two ways in which you can personalize a buying guide, and exactly the same applies for your selling guide. So if I just show you quickly how you save this as a PDF document, I can go to File, I can go to Save As, I can go to my folder there where I want to save this, and if it's called the Harcourts Buyer's Guide, New 2020, I can first of all save it as a PowerPoint document, because I want to come back to the changes that I've made on that document. And once I have saved it as a PowerPoint, I can save it now as a PDF. So I go to Save As, again to Desktop, and I'm going to save it now as a PDF document. And your PDFs are right at the top here. .pdf. So I click on PDF and I click on Save As. So in a few seconds, this document will open up now on my screen as a PDF document, and we can just see if we're happy with what we have. I'm just going to make it slightly smaller. So if I scroll through this, you will see that I have my personalized, my name and my office and my contact details on the front. And as we scroll towards the bottom of this document, we have the personalized agent there. Right, so we're happy with that. And that's it, Bob's your uncle. Now we have a PDF document that we can share with individuals. Remember, you cannot share a PDF document on social media. You can share a JPEG image, you can share a GIF file, a GIF file, you can share an MP4 file and other video files, but you cannot share a PDF document on social media, but you can share a PDF to a client. So if I have a buyer, if I'm working with a buyer, and I've saved this document now as a document on my hard drive, look at what I can do again. If I go to WhatsApp, if I want to send Cindy Sloan a message again, and let's say Cindy is my buyer, then I can include that document. So I can say, hi, Cindy, great chatting to you today about your property needs. So I will compose my message. Then in the top right, I will go to attach, but I'm not going to attach a photo or a video. I'm going to be attaching a document now. So I click on document, and this will take me to my hard drive where I can go to the folder where I've just saved that document, and I will be able to find the document on the desktop. What did I call that document? It's a Harcourts buying guide. It's a Harcourts buyer's guide. And there you can see there is the PDF document that I've just saved now on the 24th. So there it is. It's a Harcourts buyer's guide, new 2020. So I can attach this now to my communication with Cindy, and the next thing that I will do is I will hit the send button. So I will hit the send button, and there is that PDF document that went through. My apologies, it actually does not include your text. I'm just going to add that text to Cindy quickly. So you can just say to your buyer, you can type your message to your buyer, but there is the PDF document that your buyer will receive. So that is also then a great way to communicate information to your sellers, to your buyers. And this does not only need to be a document that we call your buyer's guide or your selling guide. Guys, you will see that there's other fantastic personal promotion information here on this, in this section under products, where you can find brilliant material to position yourself so well with your clients. Okay, so these are the property guides. Let's go back to this page. We found them here under the property guides. You can have a look at all these sections, but nowhere here there's anything that can be personalized. Listing tools, have a look at some of these listing tools. There are listing forms tools, blah blah blah. Listing tools, e-campaigns. There are also just a lot of documents here that you can access, but none of these are editable. Local expert campaign. This would also allow you to put in a request to the graphic designers, because all of these examples are in PDF, and you will see that there's a request here to send your request to templates@Harcourts or templates2@Harcourts. So have a look at that and request personalization of some of those local expert campaign designs or examples that you have. These are gems. They are really fantastic. Let's continue further down. What I also want to highlight are around our promise. If you click on our promise, there are a few really great things here that you can personalize. And it's all around the Harcourts promise and showing how we are really exceptional around the Harcourts promise. So you have a blank calendar there that you can access a service plan. If I look at this Harcourts promise service plan, this is really just the Harcourts promise calendar that you can make available to your clients. This would be obviously when you work with when you're in the process of putting a listing presentation together that you want to present to a homeowner. This is when you will personalize this. I'm sure that you already have this in your office where you are using your written marketing plans, but you can also access this from H1. Right, so have a look at those different documents. I want to move on. Our time is running out, so I just want to show you a few of the last golden nuggets, but probably the biggest section of customizable templates are found under PowerPoint templates. When I click there under PowerPoint templates, this is where you're going to be spending probably most of your time in looking through these different designs and finding your way around them. Many of them are for property designs where you want to design a pamphlet or a brochure that you want to give to a client. Right now, we're obviously not giving anything by hand to a person. We're also not walking the streets and dropping off pamphlets and little flyers, etc. But many of these can also be used in digital marketing, digital advertising. all of what we've been talking about today. So look through them and see what there is for you to use. But also a great resource is this PowerPoint template user guide. Guys, you will see that this gives you a few very handy pointers on using PowerPoint templates. I'm just waiting for this to open up. Talks about in-house marketing. And if you scroll through this, you'll be able to just to familiarize yourself on a few very handy tips around using PowerPoint templates. So have a look at that. A few other templates that I also just want to show you. Let me just close that one. Would be a template like this. This is an A4 page that has two A5 designs on it. Now, it is designed with two A5s in the time where you could actually cut this A4 into two A5s and you would drop this in your neighborhood. So you can also have a look at this, because obviously the time will come where we're going to be able to roam around again more freely, and you'll be able to distribute this in your neighborhoods again. And the way that you would really do this is you will be able to change your picture. If you want to insert your own photo, I can just right click on there. I can say change picture as I've done previously, and you will be able to put in your own picture. Okay, so let's say we have Tim and Karen there, and we can say buying or selling property, give me a call. You can put in your text there, and you can personalize it with your name and whatever you want to put in there. And then your own web address should go in there. And then you just double it up at the bottom here. You will do exactly the same as you've done at the top here. You will do at the bottom. Or what you can also do is you can actually, no, let me just say you just repeat what you do at the bottom. What you did at the top, you just repeat it at the bottom, and you have two A5s, and you just cut that page in half. As easy as that. So you could print it in your office if you have a good quality printer. If you have a good quality guillotine, you can print that, you can cut that A4 into two A5s. If you do not have a guillotine in the office, please don't cut with scissors. It just doesn't look neat and professional. If you don't have a quality printer, then I would suggest you pop this design off to your local printer down at the mall or wherever the case might be, and they can just run you, let's say, 20 copies of this. 20 A4s will give you 40 A5s, and you collect it from them and you go and distribute it in your neighborhood. But it has to look professional. It has to be quality paper, and it has to be quality printing and well cut. That is the very important thing. I have seen really shocking shocking pamphlets in some offices, and it does not do you any favor. It doesn't do you or your office or our brand any favors if you put anything out into the marketplace that doesn't look professional, because our competition is your competition is putting out really quality material. So we got to be on top of our game. So guys, that is how I would personalize that document. If I just close that again, then I can just show you a few others. You'll also come across a template that looks like this. This is a template that allows you many different slides to advertise or to package a new property that has come onto the market. So as you can see, these different sections in this template allows for pictures and then with text in different places. So you have your suburb in your own time. I don't want to spend too much time because our time is really up, and I need to finish up now. But as you go through these different slides, you will see that all of them have different layouts, and whichever works best for you, you will decide you will use. Yep. So it just gives you quite a few very nice ideas and examples of pamphlets that you can design. I will include my image there. I don't have a great image that is in that format, but let me just include my image there. If I have that little Simonstown penguins, that positions it into that spot. If I take my next photo of that view, it will go in there, and so it goes on, and I just change my text. And as we've said earlier, I will be able now to save this as a JPEG image if I'm only interested in this one slide to use in my marketing. So I will go to Save As, and I will save it as a JPEG image. Right, so that is that design that you can access. What else do I have here that I want to show you? just more templates around new properties. This is called a just listed A5. And this allows you, if I just zoom out of this slightly, again, this allows for two A5s onto an A4. So this could be a new property that has come onto the market, which allows for two photos on an A5. So if this is my property, this is the one property. I will enter my suburb name there. I will give my little description, whether it's going to go on show or not, my own contact details, my name and contact details, and what the property offers, the number of bedrooms, number of baths, recreational areas, toilets or bathrooms, and garages. And again, you would duplicate it at the bottom. And as we've said earlier, you will make sure that this is cut in a beautiful, printed and cut in a great, beautiful way that you are proud to use and to give to clients. So that is those are the templates that you can use for property pamphlets. Yeah, designing your own property pamphlets. So let me close that one. Just want to see which other ones I also wanted to show you. Yep, this is more if you have just a property that was just listed. This is also a great one that you can use. I will fill the little block in the background there with blue, and I can just say there, just listed. Again, I can make it slightly bigger. I can make it just listed like so. And I can click on that photo. This was the property that was just listed, and my headline will go in here, and I will say beautiful beach home with gorgeous Simonstown views. And if I want to include the address and a short description that can go in there, agent information can go in there, and Bob's your uncle. And what you can do now is I will take this design, again, I will save it as a JPEG image, save as on my desktop, and I will say 23 Beach Road, oopsie, sorry for that, new release. I will save it as a JPEG image. And again, I will say just this one. I just want that one slide as a JPEG image, and I will be able to save that, to share that on social media, or again in my WhatsApps or my database communication, etc. Guys, remember we have such a powerful resource in H1 with email marketing that you really need to consider what communication can you put out, what can your newsletters or your market updates or your market stats and those types of things look like into your database using a resource like H1 email marketing. It's free, doesn't cost you a cent, and it's a very, very powerful resource. So do make the effort to build your skills on H1 email marketing. Another pamphlet says static marketing A4. Again, just a lot of great pages on here that you can use. We've seen something similar earlier, but also very, very good resource to communicate your understanding and your knowledge of your marketplace, to position yourself as an area specialist. Great, great information that you can use there. Right, so that is that template. And again, sorry, if I can just scroll into it very quickly, you'll have different little icons saved on your hard drive that you want to put in here. So this could be any type of stat that you want to share here. I've showed you a few times now how you insert a little picture. So there could be a little picture that goes in there, and then you'll just change those numbers, and you will change whatever you wanted to say there and quote the source at the bottom. And you will think of what is the area stats that you want to share with your contacts. If I want to remove if I want to remove a few lines here, if I don't want the three lines, if I just want to go with 2 lines, I can probably just remove all of that. No, that is not possible. My apologies. That the design was done in such a way that I can't remove. It has to be a 3-line design. Okay, enough said on that one. And so it goes on, guys. But I really want to encourage you to have a look at all these PowerPoint slides. Here we are is also a great one. This is also for your little pamphlets, and you can change what you want to say there around the text, and also personalizing it with your name and your contact details. Lovely ones of that little child looking through the binoculars, etc. We're all familiar with these designs, but you can use them also in your print advertising after the pamphlets that you can drop in your neighborhood. Right, friends, I think our time is pretty much up. So let me wrap it up here by saying that your PowerPoint template section is very important for you to spend quite a bit of time on. Property management, also fantastic campaigns here. Look at this one, the Why Us campaign under property management gives you quite a few beautiful resources around property management, Harcourts maximizing your investment. Property management, Why Us 2019. I really like these. I really like these a lot. As you can see, there are 24 slides in this presentation, and all with a really nice message, and all with nice graphics. Here you have a lady, Harcourts agent. We take property management seriously. There you have a little family that talks about we offer you business partners at competitive prices. Now, this one won't be really relative to us, but here we have choice. And here we have the power of one team, great one. And you can also personalize a template like this. Right, so have a look at these ones, and I think that you will be able to use them very effectively in your digital marketing. Guys, Flight, my story is, thank you so much for spending time with me today on H1 in this marketing section, and in your journey of familiarizing yourself with what is available on H1. The graphic design department, the graphic designers go through so much trouble to make these resources available under the marketing section, under products, what we've looked at today. And as you spend time on this, I'm laboring the point, but you'll be surprised and you'll be enlightened by how much there is. You don't need to recreate or redesign the wheel, recreate the wheel, reinvent the wheel. Most of the information that you would need is available here for you to use. So thank you very much for your time. I wish you all the best and take care. Ciao.